What is up, everybody? JT Dangerous here once again. I am back for my 2019 NBA Playoffs Conference Semifinal predictions. Now, with the first round in the books, we are now into the Conference Semifinal round of the NBA Playoffs, and we will find out which 4 teams will advance to their respective conference finals. So I am very excited to do my Conference Semifinal predictions for you guys, and I hope you guys do enjoy. Now, our first round was fantastic. We went 7-1. So we're on pace to have another winning record in the NBA playoffs on the channel. So hopefully in this video we will continue the winning ways and we will get another postseason winning record. Hopefully. Now, if you have not checked out my videos I put up on the channel this past week, definitely go check them out if you haven't. This is the final video in the month of April, so I hope you guys will be able to watch all of these videos. As always, show your support on all of my videos and the channel by watching these videos, super kicking those like buttons, hitting that notification bell, commenting your picks, your opinions, and representing your NBA teams in the comment sections down below. Now, if this is your first time watching my channel today, as a first time viewer, this is your first video, boy, you picked to go in if you're a huge NBA fan like myself and you're ready for the conference semifinals. Welcome to the Dangerous Alliance. I'm JT Dangerous League. Welcome to the club, because this club is just 2. Again, thank you guys so very much. Now, other than that, let's get right into these predictions. Starting off in the Eastern Conference with the Milwaukee Bucks facing the Boston Celtics. Now, this is the 7th postseason meeting between the Bucks and the Celtics. The Celtics lead the all-time series 5-1. The Celtics have won the last 4 playoff meetings against the Bucks, and the Bucks' last victory over the Celtics in the playoffs, you got to go all the way back to the 1983 Eastern Conference semifinal. So it's been a long time since this Bucks team has beaten the Celtics in the playoffs. Now, starting off with the Bucks first, they're coming off a 4-game sweep of the Detroit Pistons in the first round. Let me just say something about the Pistons. If Blake Griffin stays healthy next season, this Pistons team is going to be very, very good. But the Bucks got it done, and the Bucks are looking to advance to the Eastern Conference Final for the first time since the year 2000. And this Bucks team this season is quite possibly the best Bucks team they have had in this franchise's history in near 25 or 30 years. When you got the Greek freak Giannis Antetokounmpo, you got Eric Bledsoe, Chris Middleton, Brook Lopez. This Bucks team is sticking to the fact of, hey, you better fear the deer. And they're looking to do something that 2000 team did, and quite possibly make it to the Eastern Conference Final in 2019, 19 years later. Down on your side, you have the Boston Celtics coming out their 4-game sweep of the Indiana Pacers. Let me just say something about the Pacers. Pacers are a good team. They just need some more star power on that squad, but they will be back. But the Celtics got it done, and the Celtics are looking to make a repeat trip back to the Eastern Conference Finals. They were there last year before losing in 7, and that was with Kyrie Irving. This season's Celtics team has a full-on squad. Irving is not alone this time. When you got Gordon Hayward, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, Marquise Morris, hopefully Marcus Smart will be back in this series, or quite possibly the Eastern Conference Final if they can advance. But this Celtics team is looking to continue the Boston role for sports teams and quite possibly bring another championship home. So, coming from me in this first Eastern Conference semifinal matchup, this one's going to be a good series. I can see the series going 6, possibly 7, but coming from me, I'm going to go with the Greek Freak and the Milwaukee Bucks to defeat the Boston Celtics and advance to their first Eastern Conference Final since the year 2000. And now the final Eastern Conference semifinal matchup, pitting the Philadelphia 76ers facing the Toronto Raptors. Now, Game 1 of this series is happening as of right now, and this is only the 2nd postseason meeting between the Sixers and the Raptors. Their last postseason meeting was all the way back in the 2001 Eastern Conference semifinals, where the Sixers won that series and went on to head to the NBA Finals. So it's history on the side of the Sixers this season. Now, starting off with the Sixers first, they're coming off their series win over the Brooklyn Nets in the first round. Let me just say something about the Nets. Very good team with a very good roster, and I wouldn't be surprised if they make the playoffs next season. But the Sixers got it done, and the Sixers are looking to make it to the Eastern Conference Final for the first time since the year 2000, just like the Milwaukee Bucks. And this Sixers squad looks so damn good. I mean, you got players like Ben Simmons, J.J. Redick, who I watched a ton at Duke, one of the best three-point shooters. You got Jimmy Butler, Tobias Harris. You have Joel Embiid, who is a big question mark in this series because of his knee problems. He's having the Patrick Ewing knee problems at the wrong time, and the Sixers need Joel Embiid in that series for sure to keep Philly's hope and dreams alive of making the NBA Finals for the first time in years. Then on your side, you have the Toronto Raptors coming off their series win over the Orlando Magic. Let me just say something about the Magics. Great year, but just fell short. But don't be surprised they'll be a threat next season. But the Raptors got it done, and the Raptors are looking to advance to the Eastern Conference Final for the first time since 2015. And this Raptor squad this season looks even better than the team I saw in 2015 when you got Kyrie Lowry, you got Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green, who they got in that San Antonio Spurs deal. And they have definitely paid dividends for the Raptor squad. And this Raptor squad is looking to finally bring an NBA title to Canada. So, coming from me in this final Eastern Conference semifinal matchup, ooh, this one's going to go 7. 7, possibly 6, but coming from me, I'm going to go with Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers to defeat the Toronto Raptors and make it to the Eastern Conference Final for the first time since the year 2000. And now on to the Western Conference with a rematch of last year's Western Conference Finals between the reigning Western Conference champions and the reigning back-to-back NBA champions, the Golden State Warriors, facing the Houston Rockets. Now, this is the 4th postseason meeting between the Rockets and the Warriors. I'll give you one guess who has won all 3 playoff meetings between these two. The Warriors, of course, and the Rockets have never beaten the Warriors in the playoffs in their illustrious franchise. Now, starting off with the reigning champs first, they're coming off their 6-game series victory over the Clippers yesterday. And this Warriors team is looking to make a repeat trip back to the Western Conference Final and quite possibly make it back to the NBA Finals and quite possibly win their 3rd consecutive NBA championship, which has not been done since the Los Angeles Lakers. And this Warriors squad this year is looking to quite possibly be the last time these guys are going to be on the same team. This is almost a guaranteed sure that none of these guys are going to be staying on this team next season. So they're looking to end it off with a bang and maybe another NBA title. When you got Steph Curry, you got Klay Thompson, you got Kevin Durant, who put 50 points on the Clippers last night to clinch that series. You got Draymond Green, Andre Iguodala, Boogie Cousins, who's going to be out in that series, out in this series because he got hurt in the Clippers series with a torn quad. And really, losing Boogie Cousins doesn't really hurt the Warriors because they have such a great bench to back them up. And this Warriors team is looking to continue their dominance of the Western Conference because if you want to get to the Western Conference Final, you want to get to the NBA Finals, you got to stop the Warriors by all means. Then on the other side, you have the Houston Rockets coming off their 6-game series win over the Utah Jazz in the first round. Let me just say something about the Jazz. They'll be back next season, and I have a funny feeling they'll win their first playoff series. Take note of that. But the Rockets got it done, and now is the time for the Rockets to prove me wrong. I have said throughout the NBA playoffs that the Rockets are a great regular season team, but a shitty postseason team. And this is their chance to say, hey, Jordan, you're wrong. I mean, JT, you're wrong. Well, it's Jordan. J is Jordan. There's a little bit of a spoiler. The J in JT is Jordan. But the Rockets are looking to prove me wrong. I have said that for the last 2 years about the Rockets, and I've always been proven right that they are not a postseason team. They're a regular season team. But this is their chance to do it, and their chance to do it is on the health of Chris Paul. Chris Paul did not play that series last year in the Western Conference Finals. He's back this season, so if he stays healthy, I think the Rockets can give the Golden State Warriors a run for their money and quite possibly finally get Houston over that hump and quite possibly win their first NBA title since 1995. Since the Jordan era, they haven't won the NBA title. So, coming from me in this rematch of last year's Western Conference Finals, this series will go 7 if Chris Paul stays healthy. If he's not healthy, this series will be over in 6. But coming from me, I am taking the reigning 2-time NBA champions, the Golden State Warriors, to defeat the Houston Rockets and advance back to the Western Conference Finals. And now the final Western Conference semifinal matchup pitting the Portland Trail Blazers facing the Denver Nuggets. Now this is only the 3rd postseason meeting between the Nuggets and the Trail Blazers. The series is tied 1-1. Now the Trail Blazers' last victory over the Nuggets in the playoffs, you got to go all the way back to the 1977 Western Conference semifinals. So it's been that long since the Trail Blazers have beaten the Nuggets. Now the Nuggets' last time beating the Trailblazers in the playoffs, you got to go all the way back to 1986's Western Conference first round. So both teams have not played each other in a long time, and they're looking to break the tie here. Now, starting off with the Portland Trailblazers, they're coming off their 5-game series win over the Oklahoma City Thunder. Let me just say something about the Thunder. Westbrook better start thinking about his options, because he's going down as maybe the biggest choke artist in NBA playoff history, that he can't even win the big one. He's right in there. He's right up there with Harden with not winning an NBA title. He can win all the MVPs and triple doubles all he wants, but how many NBA titles does he have? Let me make it real quick for you. 0. But the Trailblazers got it done, and this Trailblazers team was put on the back of Damian Lillard in that series. They proved me wrong in that series, because I really thought they were going to lose that series, and Damian Lillard proved that he is a clutch performer in the playoffs. He's done it so many times in the past, and he did it in this series. He did it in that first round series against Oklahoma City. And they're looking to, and the Rip City's looking to make it to the Western Conference Final for the first time since 1999. This team hasn't been in the Western Conference Final before the start of the new millennium, excuse me. It's been that long for Trailblazers fans. And this team can definitely get it done this season. Then here's how you have the Denver Nuggets coming off their Game 7 victory over the San Antonio Spurs. Let me just say something about the Spurs. Even though they don't have the players like Tim Duncan and Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker, this Spurs team is still good. But Denver got it done, and they're looking to advance their first Western Conference Final for the first time since 2008. And this Nuggets team is looking to continue the mile-high momentum of sports teams in Denver, with the Colorado Rockies being in the Stanley Cup playoffs against my San Jose Sharks, and Denver making a deep run in this year's NBA playoffs for the first time in years. They're looking to bring a title back to Mile High. So, coming from me in this final Western Conference semifinal matchup, this series will go 6, possibly 7, but coming from me, I'm going with Damian Lillard and the Portland Trailblazers to defeat the Denver Nuggets and advance to their first Western Conference Final since 1999. And those are my NBA playoffs conference semifinal predictions. Now, I want to thank you guys so very much for watching this video today. Comment below, who do you have winning all these conference semifinal matches? What is your Eastern Conference Final showdown? And what is your Western Conference Final showdown? Let me know in the comment section below those picks. Let me know how many games it will take for your picks to make it to the West Final and the East Final. And as always, represent your team in the comment section. Even if they didn't make the playoffs this year, if they're looking for lottery picks, and #1 pick this year, Zion Williamson out of Duke, whoever gets them is going to hit the jackpot, in my opinion. But still, represent them in the comment section. Let's have a conversation about it. Of course, I'm always on to see your comment, like it, and of course, reply right back to you, because comments are absolutely always welcome on this channel. Now, I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching all of my videos in the month of April. Again, thank you guys so very much for a great month. Thank you guys for watching all of my New Japan stuff, Ring of Honor stuff. Thank you guys for showing up on my Danger Zone live stream that I did in the month of April. And we're going into the month of May with some big videos coming up, like War of the Worlds predictions for Buffalo, Toronto, Grand Rapids, Best of the Super Junior 26 predictions in the month of May, conference final predictions for the NBA and NHL, Money in the Bank predictions, and quite possibly more Danger Zone streams with JT Dangerously. So I hope you guys will be along for the ride. Now, of course, before you guys go, you guys can never forget to do this. That like button, comment, share with friends. Of course, super kick that like button like only you guys can. Of course, guys can never forget to do this as well. That subscribe button, become part of this bigger and dangerous alliance. And I will see you guys on the first Monday of May for my Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling's War of the Worlds Buffalo, Toronto, Grand Rapids, and my New Japan Pro Wrestling's Best of the Super Juniors 26 2019 predictions. Later days, guys, and peace.